Let's explain what an inversion is. The term inversion covers two different grammatical operations. Using a question of the main verb. So not only did he fail to report the accident, but also later denied that he had been driving the car. So as you can see, it looks like a question. Did, auxiliary verb did is coming before subject, yeah? Never have I enjoyed myself more. So have is coming before the subject I. So it looks like a question, but it's not a question. So basically you are saying the same thing, like I have never enjoyed myself more. But instead of saying I have enjoyed, you're saying have I enjoyed. And also adverb never is coming in the beginning of a sentence. So then changing the normal position of verb and subject. Sometimes you can just change the or flip the verb and subject, right? Along the streets came a strange procession, right? On January 15th began the celebrations of some holiday, yeah? For example. So you're saying began, came, whatever, called, then the subject, yeah? But I don't know if they say it in this, yeah, they say it in the next sentence. All right, so inversion after negative adverbials. So inversion can also come after the adverbs, yeah? So this only occurs when the adverbial occurs at the beginning of a clause. So you have a sentence, two sentences, and adverbial comes in the beginning of a clause, yeah? So all the examples below are used in formal language, usually for rhetorical effect. Like rhetorical means like you didn't need to say it, but you just say it, right? You need some kind of effect. You don't use it in everyday conversation too much. You need it for example, here they say political speeches, maybe religious speeches as well. They are not usual in everyday spoken language. Compare. Never have I heard a weaker excuse. You're saying I have never heard. Instead, you're saying never have I heard. But if it's ordinary speech, you would probably say what? I have never heard a weaker excuse. So that's the difference. So you can see the auxiliary verb is coming before, like have is coming before I, and also the adverb never coming in the beginning of a sentence. Then, time expressions. For example, never, rarely, seldom. So these time expressions, these are most commonly used with the present perfect or past perfect, or with the modal verbs such as can or could. Sentences of this type often contain comparatives. Rarely can a minister have been faced with such a problem. Seldom the team given a worse performance. Rarely had I had so much responsibility. So you can see all these three sentences are beginning with what? Adverbials, like rarely, seldom, rarely, yeah? And then comes the auxiliary verb or modal verb. Can, has, have I, then the subject, and then the main verb. Okay. Time expressions, hardly, barely, scarcely, no sooner. These refer to an event which quickly follows another in the past. So what's the difference, you might ask, between those two sentences? Like sentences which begins with hardly, barely, scarcely, no sooner, and never, rarely, seldom. Here you have another clause, like you have two parts of a sentence, yeah? So they are usually used with the past perfect. Also no sooner can be followed by past simple. So these verbs are followed by past perfect or past simple. Note the words used in the contrasting clause are given here in the bold letters. For example, hardly had the train left the station when there was an explosion. You can see that the past perfect clause, which begins with the hardly adverbial and then followed by a had, auxiliary verb of the past perfect, then there comes the subject and the verb. That clause finishes with the comma and then begins another clause with when and just the past simple, not something else, all right? So another one. Scarcely had I entered the room when their phone rang. So again, past perfect and then followed by with the past simple clause. No sooner had I reached the door than I realized it was locked. No sooner was the team back on the pitch than it started raining. All right. After only. Here only combines with other time expressions and is usually used with the past simple. Only after posting the letter did I remember that I had forgotten to put on a stamp. Or let's say only when the teacher came to the lesson did the students start doing exercise. Maybe so. Then until the teacher came, nobody was doing anything. They were just talking. So then the teacher came and then started doing the exercise. So I can say only when the teacher came did the students start doing the lesson. So other examples are only if or when, only then, only later. So these are some of the other examples of other verbs that can come in the beginning of a sentence, which has two clauses. Yeah, like our inversion part comes with past perfect, while the next clause can be past simple. Note that when only refers to the state of being the only one. So there has never been another one. Here it means only as only one. There is no inversion following it. Only Mary realized that the door was not locked. When you mean only as just Mary, not nobody else, then you cannot make inversion. Thank you. So that's something that we, in the beginning of the lesson, when I asked, nobody seemed to remember, right? So phrases containing no or not. No or not. These include under no circumstances, or on no account, or at no time, in no way, on no condition, not until, not only, but also. So on no condition are they open fire without a warning. Are they to open? To is about. This is like a modal verb, yeah? To be to. Yeah. On no condition are they to open fire, like means shooting, yeah? Without warning. Not until I got home did I notice that I had the wrong umbrella. So until I got home, I didn't notice it. So there is already negative form sentence, right? I didn't notice it. The students didn't do the homework. So not until when the teacher came and reminded them, the students did the homework. Did the students write the homework? Okay, that's better. Let's say it again. So not until the teacher reminded the students did the students start doing homework. Yeah, I think that's better. So little also has a negative form or restrictive meaning in this sentence. So little means they almost didn't do anything. Little does the government appreciate what the results will be. So does the government appreciate something here? Probably not. Like very close to not. And to negative, yes. Like very close to zero. Little did I know about physics. What does it mean? I almost didn't know anything, right? I was zero. Okay. Inversion after so or such with that. This occurs with so and adjective when the main verb is be. It used to be, it is used for emphasis. And is more common than example with such. So which is more common? Who can tell me? Such or so? So. This occurs with so and adjective when the main verb is be. So you have a be, then so and adjective, okay? Are you okay? Are you with me until now? Yes. Great. Then this so adjective to be is used as to give an emphasis and is more common than the sentences which begin with such. So which one is more popular? So devastating were the floods that some areas may never recover. Look how they're doing it. So then adjective, yeah, right? Then goes to be, because you know that the subject comes after the to be, because it's an auxiliary verb and it needs to, as an inversion, it needs to sound like a question, right? Yeah, so devastating were the floods. So let's say something about our lesson, Ielts lesson, using this form. So difficult was the writing lesson yesterday that, nobody did writing, right? Do you understand? So difficult was the instructions from the teacher that nobody understood anything. Can we understand that? No. Yeah, I mean, does this sentence make sense? Yeah, it's okay, right? So difficult was the instruction from the lesson that nobody wrote anything on the paper. Such is used with be, means so much great or so great. Such was the force of the storm that trees were uprooted. Such was the speed that my partner spoke. So you're saying her speed was too quick, right?
Yes.
Such was the noise that was coming from the outdoors, yeah? So it was very noisy, right? As in the example with such, inversion all accusative, so such is the first word in the clause. So you have a two sentence. Clause means just two parts of a sentence, right? So you have two parts of a sentence, and the first part must come in the beginning, must come with such or so, depending on.
If it's adjective, we can use so.
Yeah. If it's noun, you use thank you. And it's immediately followed by to be. If you have adjective, then to be. In such, noun, then immediately to be. Thank you. So, inverted conditional sentences without if. Oh, something that we really need, right? Like we have overused if in our life. Three types of if sentences can be inverted without if. This makes the sentence more formal. Okay, so you should pay attention. This is not for, like, we cannot use it in everyday conversation, but at the same time, if you try to use it in speaking, make sure that you understand that what you're saying is formal, not just something that you said to your mother or to your friend, right? Try to say something about university or, you know, like work, and try to use that, the formal tone of your speech, knowing it, all right? Not like, don't use it like formal tone, then immediately like slang, you know, conversational English. Don't use it. Like, show the examiner, oh, I understand that is the thing that I'm using right now is formal and only needs to be used in its own specific context, right? So, and makes the event less likely. So it doesn't almost happen, all right? Little is possible. Do you remember, like little? It was almost impossible. So if they were to escape, so they cannot escape, right? So then you can say if they were to escape, there would be an outcry. Were they to escape? Do you understand here? Like, if they were to escape means like, if they had to escape, you're saying, were they to escape? Like, the verb, modal verb to be to is used here with instead of if, right? If they were to escape, you're saying, were they to escape? If I had to come to the party yesterday, I needed to know about the time of the party. How can I say that word? If I had to come to this party yesterday, I had to know this time. How do I? Had I or were I? Was I? So was I to come to party? I had to know the time. If the police had found out, I would have been in trouble. Were the police? Look how they're doing it again. If the police had found out, were the police to have found out? So if you don't have a to be to here, to be to modal verb, then you are putting to be in the beginning, and it has to be in the past form. And then you're saying whatever the verb was, you're saying with to have found. Do you understand? Were the police to have found out, I would have been in trouble. If you should hear anything, let me know. Should you hear anything, let me know. So here you're using, because you don't have to be, you're using should modal verb in the beginning. Should you hear anything, let me know. If he has cheated, he will have to be punished. Should he have cheated? So you could also, I think you could say, had he had cheated, maybe, yeah? Had he cheated, yeah? Should he have cheated, he will have been, yeah, he will have to be punished. If I had known, I would have protested strongly. Had I known, I would have protested strongly. So all these verbs, like which are coming in the beginning of a sentence or clause, like were, should, had, implies that whatever they're saying was not possible, because in the beginning they said event is less likely. It's almost impossible. So for example, the last one, had I known, I would have protested. So did I protest? Probably not, right? Bilganimda qilardim. Nima qilmabsan-da? Qilmadim. Yeah, unreal conditional. Mana shuni o'ylab o'tiribman faqat. Yes, it's an unreal situation. Like you probably didn't do it, so now it's like everything is over now. Oh, had I known it, I would do it. You understand? Yeah, kind of regret maybe. So it's also called afterthought. when something happens and you're sitting there like, yeah, I should have done this, I should have done that. This was possible. For example, should I have the charger? I would have, charged my phone or something. So I didn't charge my phone, right? So it's afterthought. Like if hindsight, yes, hindsight is another great word. Hindsight means if after everything happens, when something doesn't work, you have a lot of advisors around you, like, oh, you should have done that. I knew you were stupid. You should have done that, or this, or A, B, C, D. Yeah. But when you were doing it, nobody came to, give you some recommendation. But now everybody, oh, you should have taken Ielts. You should have asked me. Had you told me then, I would have, done something else. Yeah. So inversion after as, as. This is more common in formal or written language. Interesting, written language. So we were short of money as were the most people in our neighborhood. So as is coming to compare us with other parts of the sentence. Yeah, we were short of money as we were the most people in our neighborhood. I thought as did my colleagues. So I'm comparing what I did, which means thinking, just like my colleagues. In the beginning, in the first sentence, it was being poor or being needing money, right? I was needing money and most people were needing money. So here in the second sentence, I was thinking, also my colleagues were thinking. So I say, I thought, as did my colleagues, that the recession would be soon over. Let's say, I ordered a cheeseburger, as did my friends, whatever then. Okay, you don't have you don't have to continue. Yeah, you're just saying that both sides of the sentence are doing the same. That's why you're linking them with the inversion as then. Why is it inversion? Why it's not just a usage of as? Because after as what is coming? Auxiliary verb did or to be is coming. No problem. So is it just like using as in an ordinary speech? Because in ordinary speech we use as like to compare, just to compare to nouns. Yeah, Ishmajan is as tall as Tashmajan. Or when we say reason, reason. Yeah, I couldn't come to lesson as I was ill. Yeah, Sadar Khan is not in the lesson as she probably has some good reason, right? So inversion after so, neither, nor. So why do you think they're giving neither and nor? To talk about negative sentences. Yeah, probably. Okay, these are used in echoing statements. Echoing. So somebody says something, you say, yeah, me too, yeah, really, yeah. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Statements agreeing or disagreeing. I'm going home. Yeah, so am I. You just stand up. Yeah. It's too cold for me. I want to go home. Okay, so am I. I want to go home. So do I. So because I'm saying I simple sentences and you're saying so do I. I can sing, so can I. I can speak Spanish, so can I. I don't know how to speak Korean, neither do I. Neither or neither are both correct ways of saying this word. Yeah, neither do I. So these are echoing words. So in here, why is it inversion? Because the adverbs like am, can, do, these are coming in the beginning, before the subject, right? Then goes the examples like exercises, which I hope you will do. So I hope you have no questions here. Thank you. If you really liked the video, you know what to do. Bye.